Welcome to my declutter series. We're going to kick it off today and we're going to start with primers, because if you saw this right now you would be shocked at how many primers I actually have accumulated, and I need to declutter some. I need to get rid of some. I will either sell it or gift it on to like my friends or whatever, but yes, we need to dive into this. I will show you a clip. So this is my actual makeup collection at the moment, and as you can see from this, some of the acrylic containers are overflowing. They don't need to be overflowing. I've only got one face and I don't actually wear makeup every day. So yeah, I'm hoping to do quite a brutal declutter, but I am a bit of a hoarder. And if you're new around here, my name's Chelsea. I like to do beauty content on this channel, so if that's something that you like, then please hit subscribe and hopefully you can continue to watch this declutter series. I don't know what I'm doing with my hands. Right, anyway, so let me just think the best way to do this. So this isn't a normal amount of primers, I get that, I do understand, but yeah, this is actually a little bit wild. So I've just emptied all my primers and nobody needs this many primers. Right, so I don't even know where to friggin' start. Let's start with these two P. Louise ones. As you can see, like the oil's separated from the thing. I'm probably not going to use this shade. What shade is this? It's like unicorn or butterfly heart. Out of the two, I would use the Oh Honey. So I'm going to keep the Oh Honey, and then declutter that one. Multiple of these from Rimmel's, the Better Than Filters Task. I do really like these, but medium is my favourite shade, whereas the other ones, light, medium, are too light, so I'm going to declutter those. So I've got two of those and one actual medium, so keep that. This Rimmel primer, I don't actually really like that much anymore, so I'm going to declutter this. This is made by Mitchell, I'm going to declutter that. This is the illuminating primer. I don't actually really like this, to be honest, so I think I've swatched it and I've never reached for it. I haven't reached for it since. It's still in the packaging, so I'm going to declutter. It's made by Mitchell Blur one, definitely going to keep. Got these other glowy primers, so I've got my e.l.f. liquid Halo Liquid Glow. This is in the shade 4, so I'm going to keep hold of that. And then I've got two of the collection filters. So one of them is a lot lighter than the other one, I believe. So one of them is Fair 1, the other one is Fair Medium 2. So I'm going to keep the Fair Medium 2, which is then the newer packaging anyway. I've got my YSL Touche Eclat Blur primer, which I'm definitely going to keep. And then I've got the Primark illuminating filter. So this is actually in my everyday drawer, and that was in my recent video, so I'm keeping that out. And then I've got these Primark bronzing drops. Not necessarily a primer, but I suppose I would use that. Yeah, I would use it as a primer, so I'm going to keep hold of that, so I've barely used it. And then I've got the iconic Underglow blurring primer. Again, I need to use this. This is meant to be really, really good. I've used it a couple times, but I've not used it for ages, so I'm definitely going to keep that. Ekin-Su and Be Perfect Radiant Glow, keeping that. This is the Cash Beauty Liquid Silk Face and Body Liquid Illuminator. Not necessarily a primer, but I just keep it in with all this stuff. So I'm just keep hold of that there. I've got the Beauty Crop and Grace's Faces Moisturising Primer. I actually really like this, so I'm keeping this. The Fenty Beauty, a mini version of the Instant Retouch Primer. I'm keeping hold of that. I'm going to declutter this Flawless Filter Charlotte Tilbury because it's too light for me now. It's in Fair. And this Glow Wish by Huda Beauty Blur Jam, I'm going to declutter that. So I've got the Primark version of the Prep and Perfect, so I'm going to keep hold of that. And I've also got this, which I haven't used for a while. It's actually a colour correcting treatment from Sisaper, the Tiger Grass one. I have had this. I've had that for years, actually. You know what? I'm going to declutter it because it might be off. Obviously, Bobbi Brown, we're not decluttering this. I haven't got much left, so I'm going to keep hold of that. I've got the NYX Plump It Back with Electrolytes Plumping Serum and Primer. I actually really like this, so I'm going to keep hold of that. And then I've got two of the Maybelline Get It Grippy serum primers. This is like my new favourite, so I've got a backup. So one's in my everyday drawer and one will be with these primers. So I've got the Milk Hydro Grip Illuminating Primer, and I have also got here the travel size of the original, so I'm keeping both of those. I'm definitely going to declutter this Made by Mitchell Pore Paste. Don't like that. We've got the e.l.f. Power Grip Matte Primer. I'm keeping hold of that. I really do like that. I've got a few more e.l.f. ones here as well. So we've got the e.l.f. Liquid Poreless Putty Primer and then the Poreless Putty Primer. I don't ever reach for this that much anyway, so I'm going to declutter the poreless putty primer but keep hold of the liquid version. And then I've also got the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. I didn't even realise I still had this. So there's not much left, so I'm going to put it into my pile to use up. We've got the L'Oreal Glotion. So this is in Deep Glow. I love this, so I'm going to keep that. Love this Be Perfection Primer one as well, Illuminating Primer. As well as the Iconic London Radiance Booster. This was my favourite, so I'm keeping that. I am going to declutter the Primark one. And also the peach and cream one, I just never reach for them, so they're just wasted in my collection. I've got the Too Faced Primed and Poreless. I've not actually used this for a while, so I'm going to keep hold of that. The Revlon Skin Light. It is quite pale. I think I'm going to declutter that, to be fair. The P. Louise Partner in Pink Sculpting Primer I'm going to get rid of. And then we've also got these two ones, so Get a Grip and Smooth It Over Primer. I prefer grippy primers, so I'm going to keep the Get a Grip and declutter the Smooth It Over. The Too Faced Hangover Primer, I used to love this, I'm definitely keeping that. The Laura Mercier Pure Canvas Primer, I used to love this, and then all of a sudden it started wearing really bad on me and started peeling off. So I've not used it for a while, so I'm just going to get rid of it. I've got another P. Louise Play It Cool Primer. I'm going to keep the grippy one and then get rid of this one. And again, I've got two of the NYX the Face Glue primers. I'm going to keep one and then declutter the other. So I've got a few Beauty Crop primers. This one is in my everyday drawer, so I'm going to keep this out. This is the Glow Milk Primed Luminizing Gel Primer, which is very, very gold, so I would not wear it by myself. But it actually feels really nice on the skin. But it's not really that tacky, and I do like a tacky primer. But I'm just going to try it out. And if I don't really use it much, with it being in my everyday drawer, then I will get rid of it. And then speaking of Beauty Crop primers, I've actually got quite a few. So we've got the Avocado, the Cocoa Gold, the Porfecta, the XXL Wee Cherie one, the SPF Vitamin Babe. And I think that's it for Beauty Crop. A lot of these I've got in the advent calendars, and I love Beauty Crop primers, so I am going to keep all of these because they do different things. The XXL Gripping Primer, the Wee Cherie one, I've used this loads of times, and this is actually a second one that I've had. The Pure Pore Blurring Primer, again I want to keep this because this was on my wish list, as well as the Vitamin Babe SPF one. The Cocoa Gold, Amelia Olivia actually really rates about this, so definitely going to keep that. Don't even know if I've opened it yet. And the Avocado Poreless Primer. This, I used to have this before and it was really, really good. So I'm not going to open these until I use up some more primers. So yeah. We've got the NYX Pore Filler. I'm going to get rid of this. I don't ever use that. And I've also got a mini one as well, getting rid of. These NYX Born to Glow, I'm going to get rid of. I've had them for ages. The Marshmallow Primer is actually in my everyday drawer, so I'm going to keep that out. These are the Sun Glow Glowy Super Gel Illuminator. It's not technically a primer, but I would use this underneath my foundation, so I'm going to put this in with my primers. I've got the Charlotte Tilbury Wonder Glow Instant Soft Focus Beauty Glow Primer. Again, definitely keeping that. Charlotte Tilbs. And then I've got a few other like travel size ones. So I've got a Smashbox, got a mattifying primer. Let me just see what this feels like. Okay, that actually feels really nice. And then I've got this Smashbox, the Primerizer, it's a hydrating primer. That feels really nice as well. Okay, I'm going to keep both of these, and then I'm just going to make sure I put them in my rotation drawer at some point. I've got a Cover FX Mini, I'm just going to declutter that. I've got a few Vive Skin Novas. I do actually really like these. Oh, this is Skin Dew. This should be with my liquid highlighter, so I will put that in there. To be fair, this one's nearly out anyway, so I'm just going to keep them both. This Smashbox Photo Finish, this used to be a cult favourite, but I'm going to declutter it. The One Size Secure the Blur, I keep meaning to try this. I've only got a small 5mm one, but I'm definitely keeping this because I want to try it, and then if I like it, then I will buy the big full-size one. Then we've got the MAC Prep and Prime Natural Radiance again. I need to remember I've got these little ones because they're so good to go travelling with. Oh, One of these is leaking, I think. These are the Dior. Oh, these are actually mini foundations. So I'm going to put these in with my foundation. And then I've got a Too Faced Primed and Peachy Cooling Matte Skin Perfecting Primer. Again, I've not used this for ages. It didn't smell really peaches. But I might keep hold of this, to be fair. It's quite cute. So this is what I'm left with. And I think that's good going, to be fair, considering how bad it was. But yeah, I am happy with that. And I've decluttered quite a lot, actually. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I think I've decluttered 25 primers. So let me know down below what you think. And I know how many I was left with is still an obscene amount of primers, and I don't know why, I'm just a sucker for a good primer, and I get backups if I do really like it. But yeah, I don't need that many, so I'm glad that I've actually decluttered 25. That's pretty decent, to be fair. That's what you call brutal decluttering, and I'm happy with the size that I've got, so that's more manageable. I can actually see what's inside the containers, and it makes it easier for me to use. Next up will be foundations, I guess, and that will be a brutal decluttering. If there's a section that you want me to do within my declutter series first, then do sound off down below. And don't forget to make sure you subscribe to my channel and give this video a big thumbs up. And hopefully I shall see you in the next one. Bye!